quickly tell the people where you're from?
Dronfield, Derbyshire, in the centre of England.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for being here and visiting Canada for the first time. This is your first time, yes?
First visit, yes. First time.
And how long have you guys been married for?
50 years this year, since you ask. April the 1st.
Do you,
April Fool's Day.
Which is April Fool's.
so tell me, what was your secret? How did you pull that off?
Uh,
Compromise.
yes, it was compromise all the time.
I like how she's answering the question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that bit there. So 50 years, that is quite that is a while. That's a lifetime. How has it been?
It's been good. It's been good. Yeah.
Do you agree with her?
Yeah. I mean,
Now, careful what you say. You don't want to walk back to England. Now.
no. I mean, like anything in life, there are rough patches, there are good patches.
And it's what
Yeah.
you put
It's
into
what
the
you put in-
relationship.
yeah.
It's what you put into the relationship, basically. David, actually, overheard him saying to one of our daughters, I think I've spent 7 years of my life waiting for your mum to be ready to go out. You know, he's ready, I'm not, and he thinks it accumulates to 7 years.
So it was like
And it's,
seven wasted years. Stood at the door with my shoes on, coat on, ready to go.
and she wasn't ready.
I'm only going to clean my teeth. 20 minutes later, how many teeth have you got?
So, David, why did you wait for her? Why didn't you just say, you know what, I'm going to move on?
Because we're a couple. We do things together. Okay. I'm saying I waited in total about 7 years, but what I used to do, Sandra used to, if you like, follow what I did.
Sporting activities,
I was going all over the country,
all-
judging athletics.
taking
And
football teams abroad, all over. We used to go. We used to go as a family when we had our 2 young daughters as well. We used to take them with us, and they used to sit between his legs on the football pitch for the team talk when they were just so high.
and helped me rake the sand pits when we were doing
and the
long
triple
jump and what have you.
Triple jump, yeah.
So, as you sit back now, as a pioneers of relationship, I will call you all pioneers because you've done it, for so long and you've done it very successfully. You're still together. As you sit back now and see the newer generation and how we go about relationship now, what is your take on that?
Not enough patience and give and take. This is what the attitude is. This is what I want. This is where I want to be, and it's not a we, it's an I.
Yeah. It's almost like a throwaway society. With the objects they have, no thought of trying to repair anything, throw it away, get a new one. I've got a partner, no, I'm not worried about that one, I'll get another one. The
Sad, really, really sad,
It
because
is.
it's humankind. It's
in fact, we've come away hearing news of Michael, a 4-year relationship, going quite strongly, and then his mum and dad came down and said, I think they're splitting up. And they've been together for 4 years, and they've not married, but they've moved in together, they've been living together for 4 years, bought a dog, do things together, always seemed very, very happy, but all of a sudden, splitting up.
It's not working anymore. So, what do they do with the dog? Do they split the dog too? 'Cause
Well, no, it's going with her, and she's going back to her parents that live 80, 90 miles away. So it's sad. It's sad.
It really saddened us to hear that before we came away, because the father of this guy was a friend of David's when they were young boys, and he was our best man. at our wedding. So, you know, it sort of
So
stand on end.
let me ask you guys one more question, then I will get you all on your way. This is really a mild observation, really. So one of the criticism today, when you look at my generation now, is that we now talk a lot about not so much how to make the relationship work, but we look at the older generation and we make these very ugly and awful comparison, something that go on along the lines of. Women don't want to be in the kitchen, and that's old schools, it's old fashioned. We should be able to get out there and do our own thing, which I think is fine. But where do we draw that line? What is it that we're missing? Because women are in good position today when you look around the world. I mean, they're making their own money. Is it possible for a woman to make money and yet still be able to run her household, be a good wife?
Organised. If they're organised, yeah.
They're organised and they have the money to pay for assistance. It's not always grandparents that can step in and do the
You don't want
childcare.
to do that no more. You like, I
We
want to travel.
have a grand dog. We look after our grand dog.
Our granddog.
All grandchildren.
My observation on it is a lot of younger men now, excuse me, not a hair there, a lot of younger men now, they're very good in the kitchen. Far better in a way than the women. And if they're not, it's a takeaway. Our next door neighbours, she's working from home all the time. They've got 2 young girls. He will come home. 20 minutes later, he's gone out again, and he comes back with tea in a box. And that's virtually every single day. So the 2 young girls, they're not getting any idea of, oh, this is what you do to prepare a meal, from either of the parents. And
It's high flying jobs. It's
yeah.
having high flying jobs as well. That there is an awful lot of expectation from employers
Oh yeah.
these days. You know, the sky's the limit, isn't it? They're just pressed. We worked hard. David was in teaching for 40 years now, on 40 years. I was a PA for a lot of years, wasn't I?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, we can look at it and think what worked for us, but I don't know whether that would quite work now with the pressures,
No.
financial pressures. But a lot of those financial pressures are put upon themselves because they have to have the home, everything, all at once.
Immediately.
Absolutely. So it's more of it's like a personal thing. Well,
We spent how many years without a stair carpet, and it was just wooden stairs. To the extent one of my nephews said, "Can I draw on your stairs?"
Yes, as long as you don't go home and draw
Start drawing
on
on
your
your
mum's
own.
carpet.
well, guys, thank you so much. I wonder. That's actually my brother. He's here. He's here from Florida.
All right.
Yeah, he's here from Florida. So we're kind of doing this. I say, listen, if we're going out, I'm going to be interviewing. So you
Yes.
guys can do your thing, and I will see you in the bed. So
Yes.
hanging out as I do this. So I just wanted to thank you all very quickly here. I think we need to be reminded that there are relationships out here that work. Now, what is like? Oh, this is a good question. What is the most annoying thing about David?
I get a meal ready. He decides to go to the computer and switch that on and do a little bit of work, or go to the loo, or go up the garden and collect the fruit and veg in, and the meal's ready. And doesn't see the urgency of coming to the table when there's a hot meal on the table. Probably, but that's nothing, is it really?
Bad. Bad.
But you know, I don't like it red out the meal anyway, so I'm quite happy to leave it to go cooler.
So what would you say is the one annoying thing? Sorry, what was your
Sandra.
Sandra and David.
What would you say is the one annoying thing about Sandra? Be careful, you're walking back. I'm telling you.
I think it's this 7 years wasted. I mean, we could have been for 7 years. You can do an awful lot.
Would have been 57 years by now.
Yeah.
What took you so long to say yes?
Oh no,
Didn't.
no. The 7 years of waiting for a go at cleaning the teeth or doing this or doing that.
Oh, waiting around, waiting
Yeah,
for her.
yeah,
Okay, I should
Yes.
get ready.
Oh,
Got you.
no, no.
I thought you meant you pursued
Initially.
her. Okay.
No, no.
So how long did it take before you finally say yes to him?
No, we weren't. We
About
weren't.
30 seconds.
No, but we
You have the magic then. You need to
were
teach me.
going out together a short while, weren't we? And then we got engaged, and then we got married all in the same year. And then we had a daughter 8 years later, and then another daughter another 3 years after that. And they are marvellous. They are beautiful and so thoughtful and caring, and look after us now. Role reversal. They tell us what we ought to be doing now. Don't always go along with it.
It's difficult.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Where's this